All right, guys, I wanted to make this video to recap kind of what happened on Friday and for basically the end of the week. So on Friday, it was a pretty interesting day. I did take a scalp on Friday, and my brokerage, which is Interactive Brokers, literally stole money from me. I had a conditional order placed to sell puts or my puts that I had purchased at a very specific price, and that price on SPY was 47260. And for whatever reason, as soon as I placed the conditional order, the order got filled right away, which doesn't make any sense. So definitely a mistake on their part. Luckily, I only lost $300, but still, like really stupid loss for no reason. And the funny part is we did end up hitting my target, so I would have made hella money if it actually worked out the way it was supposed to. But anyways, that doesn't matter. What matters is what happened on the day. What matters is where are we going and what is going on. So on the 6 hour time frame, as you can see, when we had this candle open up at 3 o'clock on the Thursday, okay, this basically confirmed us that we are going to go for a lower low potentially. But the selling pressure was very weak on that candle, so it wasn't a very clear indication. After that, we got a lower high instead of a lower low, and then a higher high push, and that basically changed the direction of the trend from being bearish to now being bullish. And on top of that, we had this beautiful rejection on Friday. We wicked down really low. We sold off very aggressively, right? This is where I would have taken profit on that trade that got screwed over by IBKR, but whatever. But anyways, it wicked all the way down and wicked all the way back up. So basically, this previous higher low area, which was 47.95, we rejected that beautifully. We rejected that beautifully. As you can see, wicked right back up and closed above it. That's perfect. That's exactly what I want to see. So based off this price action, I can almost guarantee that on Tuesday when the market opens up again, we're going to go for a higher high, and the target is going to be 48.2750 on the futures. That's definitely where I can see us going and what we could definitely hit. So that will be my target, and I'm going to be looking for longs or calls on the Tuesday. So we'll see what kind of opportunities we get on that day. But very interesting price action on the daily time frame. We finally got a red candle, very nice. We got a pretty smaller, shorter green candle. This is still an uptrend. Obviously, this candle is very weak, but I could definitely see us push and go for a higher high on Tuesday, so the trend will still remain strong. Now, on the weekly time frame, very different situation. On the weekly time frame, again, another green candle on the weekly time frame. I don't know how many more we're gonna get until it finally stops, but one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8 weekly green candles in a row. I have never seen that many green candles in a row on the weekly. So, like, we're definitely in need of a pullback. And when we get one, my target is going to be 4709 at least. Okay. And if that breaks, I can see us go to 4666. And then if we break past that, I can easily see us hit 4622. So those are my areas of interest for my puts if I decide to actually engage. Now that's a big if because we need a lot of confirmation before I'm comfortable taking such a short trade. I want to see a trend change confirmation on the 6th and then at the very least on the daily as well and then potentially on the weekly. And then I would be very comfortable swinging that trade for like a week or two. But we have to wait and see before we get confirmation because as of right now, there's no confirmation for that. So I would not suggest to anybody to take puts right now unless you are very confident or you have a different strategy. So with that being said, I do believe we go for a higher high on Tuesday. That's personally what I think is going to happen. We'll have to wait and see. It is the Christmas week, so the volume is probably going to be very low. As a result, the price might not move very much, but we're going to have to be very patient and see what happens. Now, on SPY, very interesting price action we had on that day. So on SPY, This is basically where I took my trade. I took my trade right around the 10:30-ish area. My profit target was right here, 47260. And if you look, we definitely hit that target. So I would have made great money if, my broker didn't fuck me over, but that's besides the point. So realistically, at this point, when we had that beautiful higher high to start off the day, we kind of got a lower high, and then we got a not a higher high, but we did get a bullish engulfing, which was a lower high confirmation. It wasn't a higher high, but it was a bullish engulfing, so I did expect some selling pressure. So I didn't get into it right away. Um, I was expecting us to at least hit 47493, potentially 47559, and then maybe 47683. But that was a big if. Once I started selling off, saw it selling off very hard, I zoomed into the 50-minute time frame to kind of see what was going on. On the 50-minute time frame, the trend change realistically happened at this point. So when we broke past this level on the 15, 47381, and we closed below it, I bought into my position right here. So around 11:15, and I got in right away. So I got in for about 47353, and my target was this, and we hit that. So really nice trade, but unfortunately, IBKR fucked me over. So if you took that trade, great trade. You made good money on that trade. But the 50-minute time frame for the majority of the day was pretty all over the place. It didn't have a very distinguishable direct trend. It was very much so sideways and then down and then sideways and then up and then down and then up and then sideways. It was all over the place. So Friday was definitely a tricky day to trade. It wasn't an easy day for trading, but those that are experienced most definitely could have come another day green. So that being said, guys, I do hope that kind of helps you prepare for the week to come. This past week was a very interesting week. Now, with the year coming to a close, next week will be the final trading week of 2023. So I'm very excited to see what happens. I'm very excited to, kind of pay attention to what happens. I probably will only be taking a trade on Tuesday morning if we get that push higher on the futures, right? So on the futures, what I wanted to see is on the futures, I want to see that push higher. So on the 6 hour, I would like to see us go for a higher high, which for me would be 48.2750 as a profit target. So realistically, I would love to see some confirmation suggesting that we're going to go, we are in fact going to go for that higher high, and then I will play that scalp on Tuesday. But for the rest of the week, I probably won't do anything because it is a holiday, right? And we are in the holidays. The volume is probably going to be very low, and the volatility as a result is going to be very low. And I don't like to trade when there isn't much volatility. So with that being said, guys, it's December 23rd. It is a Saturday. I hope you guys have a very Merry Christmas, and I'll keep you guys updated next week when the market reopens. But other than that, have a Merry Christmas and take care.